It's 4 o'clock somewhere on the internet, on YouTube, on the internet community. So it's time for sit down, have a tea and a chat with me, Jackie Flax. And this week we're going to chat about, well, amongst other things, Paul Burrell, the butler and longtime rock of the late Princess Diana. And if you, and it was just funny because I just finished doing a comedy vlog with Camilla needing a rock. So if you want to look at Camilla Rock and Royals, that's funny. Anyway, I digress, because if you remember, he was held back into court during the inquest, and I believe that at the time Moho, that's Mohammed Al-Fayed, was banking a lot of his case on what Burrell was going to say, and Burrell completely sort of like, he forgot. Well, he actually perjured himself, and we know that because he admitted it, because after the trial he got straight on an aeroplane, flew to New York, and somebody filmed him. And if you want to see any of that, you go to newsalliance.com and you can see the footage of him saying, well, it was a 3-hour conversation with the Queen. I did talk about dark forces. He was going to go out and say that the Queen had said about dark forces and he was to watch himself. And what was she talking about? And the coroner wanted to know all about the conversation. And he sort of said, well, it was 3 hours. How can I remember what we were talking about? I also think he was going to say something about Charles wanting to have Diana killed. And then he turned around and said, well, she's the mother of both his children. Why would he want to do that? So that kind of blew a hole in Moho's case this wide. And yes, he was supposed to testify, but his choices were death or make millions in America. Death or millions. Death or millions. Death or millions. Oh, I think I'll take millions in America. So he went to America, and he's been selling furniture and writing books about Diana. And the latest thing is, and I don't want to promote it because it's, but it's anybody who wants to go on the internet and shop NBC or wherever it is, and you can buy Diana's jewelry, and it's something that he's promoting. Now, apparently she didn't like very, very flashy, the gaudy stuff that she had to wear when she was an HRH, but what she liked to wear in her private life was something which was much less gaudy and quite tasteful, and that's what he's selling, and anybody can buy it. You can buy real diamond, sort of like 14, 18 karat gold copies of something that Diana wore. And it's funny because if you see the film Sex and the City, and Samantha is going on and on and on about a flower ring, Diana also has this flower ring, so it's a good time for him to set on. I'm not saying anything, I'm not making any judgments about anybody who wants to make a crust, but the other thing is, I think he's pretty safe in Florida, because they really will stick one finger up at MI6 if they try and extricate him, and they're not going to anyway, because he has actually protected the monarchy by getting up there and saying nothing. Okay, now the other thing that happened well, not this week, it was like, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks ago, I may have mentioned that Moho came out with a movie called Dark Forces, which sort of relates to where Paul Burrell was going and what he was going to say on the stand before he kind of like made the decision. Okay, so and he's made like a docudrama that he was filming all the way through, and nobody sort of knows about it because, well, I say nobody knows about it, nobody's reviewed it, because he refused to let the British press anywhere near it, and apparently his mother saw it, or his daughter saw it, sort of like that. Do you ever see that Neil Simon movie about the Goodbye Girl, where he does his play, and the director says, she loved it, my mother loved it, and I think this is the kind of thing we're going through right now with Moho, that his daughter, who saw it, loved it, and that's the review that we've had so far. But we're on it, on the Jacqueline Jactress at Yahoo, or Jacqueline Flax at Reva, or blogger.com. We're on it, so as soon as it comes out, we're on it. The other film that came out this week, which I thought was very interesting and fascinating, was The Death of Princess Diana, played by dogs. Now, I saw this on Fox News, and it came up on Red Eye at about, I don't know, about 12 o'clock at night on Saturday evening. And shows about my social life. Anyway, I love the film. I love dogs anyway. You know, I think they're great. But I had a couple of problems with this movie. Well, the first thing was, well, you had a dog outside the Ritz Hotel that was playing Henri Paul, and they talked about that he was 3 times over the drink limit and he'd been taking antidepressants, and the dog was kind of like rolling and crawling on his tummy, and I don't think we saw Henri Paul do any of that. I don't know. I thought he was very, you know, quite strong and sturdy and balancing on one leg to do up a shoe and all stuff like that. So no real evidence of rolling on his tummy and crawling on the floor. So I had a kind of little problem with that. Then Princess Diana was in a pink Tikes car, and when it crashed, the character, the doggy playing Princess Diana, played dead very well, but I have a problem with the casting people, because for me, there's only one doggy that can play Princess Diana. And that is, here she is, people. It's Sadie. Yeah, so if they're going to play Princess Diana again, played by dogs, I thought it was pretty good. I mean, Elton John came on at the end and sang, and that was a dog but I just think, this is Diana, aren't you? And this is the only person who can play her. If you can get to see The Death of Princess Diana played by dogs on, hopefully it'll come up on YouTube. It's certainly, you know, if you love dogs and you love Diana, and it, you know, it was pretty good. It was fun. But I just think that the dog they picked to play Diana, she played dead quite well in the tunnel, except Princess Diana didn't die in the tunnel, so they were kind of a bit off there as well. Then they had another dog that played Trevor Rees-Jones, but she just wasn't as pretty as you, was she? She just wasn't, and she was kind of grey and ratty looking, you know. But this is Diana, aren't you? Beautiful. I know, you can't know. She just gave me a big kiss.